I get asked this question all the time. James, Old Money Prices, what does the star on my note actually mean? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why stars on $2 bills are so valuable. And we're going to start with this $2 bill that sold for $630. So let's address the elephant in the room. $2 bills. Are they rare? Are they valuable? The reality is most $2 bills are only worth $2. You can quite literally go to your local bank, ask for $2 bills, and they will give you $2 bills. They are still printing $2 bills to this day. When I say they, I'm talking about the Bureau of Engraving and Printing located in Fort Worth, Texas and Washington, D.C. And when I'm talking about a star, I'm talking about the last placeholder in that serial number you're going to see the star. This one sold for $630. Now, I'll be brief on this one, but this star is a bit different because the star is actually in the grade. When it comes to grading your bill, essentially a company is going to be looking at the condition. And for PMG, when you get the perfect grade of 70, you get the star designation. This $2 bill sold for $2,400. $6,600 for this really beat up 1976 $2 bill. Now you might be asking yourself, what does the star at the end of the serial number actually mean? Well, I'm glad you asked because surprisingly, not a lot of people actually know. The star is added to the end of the serial number when the BEP is wanting to use that specific note to replace a different note. Star notes are also called replacement notes because, like I said, they replace damaged or error bills. So during the printing process, if there is a big mistake and one of the sheets of paper money gets messed up, what they do is they replace it with a star note. The star note signifies a different and unique serial number. The reason they just don't reprint the same serial number is because they never want to have a duplicate serial number in existence. You could imagine you can get into some pretty interesting situations if they keep printing the same serial number. For bookkeeping purposes, they wouldn't be able to track how much money was produced, and it could lead to some fraud or weird situations at the BEP with the employees. The reason why this one sold for $6,600 is because of that serial number. Now, in my opinion, I've seen a lot of extremely rare and valuable paper money. There's one of two things that happened here. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, why would a rare $2 bill with a star and a serial number 1 be in such bad condition? Either this bill went out into circulation for quite some time, it passed a lot of hands before someone noticed it and put it in their collection, or what I think happened is this $2 bill was used as what we call a pocket piece. Now, a pocket piece is essentially a bill that you keep in your purse or your wallet, and if you're ever at the bar or you want to pull something out that's cool and show someone, you can pull out this really rare $2 bill star note with a serial number 1. Either way, it sold for $6,600 because of that serial number 1 star. $15,275. Now, remember I was talking about earlier in the video that you can go to your bank and pick up $2 bills. Now, you see there's a bank strap on this that says BEP, that stands for the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where this pack of 100 $2 bills, face value of $200, came from. So back in the day, someone went to the bank, got this pack, they paid $200 because there's 100 notes, and they were able to sell this for $15,275 because this is an original pack of 100. You can see they're all star notes. They are consecutive, which means the serial numbers go in order, and someone definitely made out on this auction because that is a lot of money for $200 worth of paper money. $35,250 for this serial number 1 star note. This one was graded by PCGS at a 64 PPQ. This was not a pocket piece. This did not go out into circulation, as you can see by that grade there. Now, do understand that the higher grade you can achieve really comes down to two things. First of all, there needs to be no folds on your bill, and then next, you can see the centering, that white margin around the bill. The better centered that margin is, the higher grade you can achieve. $35,250. $46,000. Now, before you think this is completely fake, let me clear the air. This is a 1928 legal tender note. So back in the day, the US made legal tender notes, and you could distinguish them by looking at the color of the seal and serial number. I like these bills because of the red serial number and seal. I think they're really cool and unique. The only issue with them is if you've never seen one before, you might think it's fake. There has quite literally been stories where people will pay with legal tender notes at at the store because technically it is legal, and they would get the cops called on them because the person at the cash register would just think the bill is fake. Understandably, especially if they're younger and they just don't have the education about these bills. But clearly it could be a huge mistake if you went to the store and wanted to buy a pack of gum or whatever for $2, because this example sold for $46,000. It mainly comes down to the series of 1928B and the fact that it is a star note. These star notes on legal tender $2 bills are very, very rare. The previous bill was graded at a 25. This one was graded at a 65. This one is a 1928A series with a star, graded by PMG at a 65 EPQ, and it sold for a staggering $88,125. If you have a $2 bill and you're not sure where to start, we actually have a free $2 bill guide down below. You can pick that up absolutely free. We do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure to get that free $2 bill guide, and we'll see you guys in the next one.